6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 8. 8. 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, that's Greg.
So annoying.
Mark, can you remove the pillows?
It's hiding my Poland Spring.
Just
Not
like,
even
No, there's so
sponsored.
many things.
yeah, you got a lot going on. It's
Yeah.
empty. Oh my gosh.
Fake
Everything.
sponsorship.
All right. Alyzza, slate us in.
Like,
Wait, Diane.
Wait,
You
what?
have to talk close to the mic.
oh.
One, count us down.
Okay, do that again.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, wait, how do you guys do that?
3, 2, 1, slate.
3, 2, 1, slate.
Welcome, YouTube, and all of our friends.
Hello.
My name is Tim, and I am hosting today's episode.
Hello,
and I'm
Tim.
here with my friends,
Greg. Cesar.
Alyzza.
V.
Mark.
What's so funny?
Wait, which camera do I look at again?
You look at the
okay,
left one.
okay.
Come
Lisa,
on,
get it
Alyzza,
together.
I
It's been a while.
I know, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. We've had some couple of changes.
We had some couple of changes.
Yeah,
By
I'm a-
changes, puberty.
Yeah, we have changed.
But we also have been gone for maybe a month. We have just a bit of hiatus. And because we're all preoccupied, let's start with Alyzza. Alyzza, how was your cabin trip with Aaron?
What cabin trip?
Dude.
You forgot already?
It was that good you forgot.
Wow.
No,
you
no,
already
it was
forgot about him?
nice.
It was nice. Who else went somewhere? Montreal.
Bonjour. Oh yeah, Greg's
With
French
Greg.
now.
How was
I went to Montreal, went to the botanical gardens. It was fun.
Nice. And then for the rest, everyone's been into pickleball.
Yes, sir. It's
The
a
rest
great
was also
geriatric
sick.
sport.
Yes.
Tim,
Half
what
of
about
us
you?
was sick, right?
For me, I went to Hawaii.
Wow. Represent.
Yeah, it's been a
Aloha.
while that I already lost my tan, but I went to Hawaii. I was there for about 7 days with my cousin Carla. You've seen her a couple of times here, so watch those 2 episodes down below.
Yeah, I've seen her.
Oh my goodness. Disgusting. So, yes, and another reason why I've been MIA is because I've been back in the dating scene.
Whoa.
Wait, but backtrack real quick. You didn't tell us how Hawaii was.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, give us a brief
that's
glimpse.
true. Well, what do you guys want to know? I visited all the beaches. I just went around every single day. I had fucking great ass poke bowls that I'm crying every day because I don't think I'm gonna get any.
What made the poke bowls in Hawaii so much more different than the poke bowls here?
I think it's just the freshness of it,
The quality,
the
right?
quality, and here I don't know how to say it, but there's still a bite into like when you bite into a salmon.
It's not as like melty.
It's not as
melts in your mouth
melty.
then.
That one is like Jello, and as disgusting as that sounds
No,
in
that
terms of
sounds great.
texture,
It's so
it's
fucking good.
amazing.
At least
like
it's-
butter.
At least it's actually like raw here. I know in some places the poke bowls are cooked, which is sacrilege. So
It's
not poke
bowls,
bowl.
That's just cooked fish.
That's just
fish
bowls.
bowl.
I mean, shout out to Morning Catch in Hawaii. I think everyone should go
Please
there.
sponsor.
It's literally in a very very eerie market, like Oahu market. You have to get into like a fish market, and it's literally in the middle of all that.
That's
a
a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best dish you had in Hawaii?
I
Best
mean,
food.
that's it.
that the poke bowl.
The
That's
poke bowls are literally 100 out of 10.
Dang.
Like I had, and we tried different poke bowls. So we ordered 3 different poke bowls.
Nice.
Carla and I, we had the limu, the shoyu limu. We had spicy salmon. The best was the Hawaiian salt ahi tuna because because I think Hawaiian salt is not just it's not like regular salt.
No.
It's Hawaiian.
It's seaweed.
It's sea salt.
It's like a sea salt.
It's like
There's
Yeah.
more flavor.
Exactly. And so it tastes like it's fresh. It tastes like your toes are dipping in the damn sea. And you grab the
taste
damn
that?
tuna and you fucking bit it.
Damn.
Did you
Sounds
try
great.
the Foodland Pokeballs or no?
No, I think the Foodland Pokeballs were out of our way in terms of our itinerary.
Because they say those are really
Those
good
are
too.
those are actually like really good. I know it's like a grocery store, but they're like top tier. Foodland,
I've heard about them too, but I've actually I have a few friends who went around Oahu and also ate Pokeballs around, and they said the morning catch is still the best one.
I've heard that
In
place
their
a couple
opinion.
places.
Yeah, it's actually trending
Ooh,
now.
Good controversial take though. I heard Matsumoto's shave ice is low-key overrated.
It's
Yes.
overrated. I
Really?
agree. Oh, the one that I actually the one that was my favorite was Ululani's around Honolulu. Yeah, and shout out to Glenn and Andy. They actually told me to get that. They think that's the best one too. I just had the coconut shaved ice, and then the inside there's ube ice cream,
Yeah.
and it's literally drizzled in condensed milk and mochi bits.
But what made Matsumoto's overrated to you?
I think the mochi balls taste like wet scrotum.
Ew.
How do you know how that tastes like?
We don't know. That's how it tasted like. And then the shaved ice was just too sweet for me, to be honest. I think if you really, really like sweet and you have like a high sweet tolerance, maybe Matsumoto's for you. The aesthetic of it is also cute just because of the bowls. It's like a iconic bowl.
But the Shrimp Shack next to it is banging.
Oh
right?
Yeah,
the
the
shrimp
shrimp
shack.
shack.
Yeah, that was good.
I went
Shrimp
back
truck or whatever.
I went to Hawaii last year also, and I went back to Giovanni's, which
Yeah.
was
You guys are
That's
making me
still-
hungry.
Yeah, I know.
I want to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, group trip to Hawaii.
group
Yeah,
trip
I'm
to
down.
Hawaii.
I
I'm
am
down.
down
I'm
too,
always
so.
down to go back.
I want to go back.
Yes, and shout out to my host. It was an amazing, amazing condo. Yeah, for
your
such a
Airbnb
cheap price.
host?
Yeah, and he got us the hookup for a cheap parking, like $8 a day.
Was it by Waikiki or?
It's by Waikiki, but it's at the other end of Waikiki, not
by
by
the canal?
not by Honolulu Zoo. It's almost by Ala Moana.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, no
Yeah.
parking there.
So like going more in,
Yeah.
not more
Going
out.
more in.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. But again, back to my
Back to it.
Back to it.
I was also MIA for the rest of the month because I'm back in the dating scene, y'all.
Spicy.
Ooh, spicy.
Very
How
spicy.
spicy
Extra
to-
spicy.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm glad to be back. I've also had a hiatus in the dating scene for a while. So being back in it has been a journey, at least for the past month. And that brings us to today's topic, if anyone didn't know, which is dating in 2024 specifically.
Just this year.
Yes. Well, my first question is, what does everyone consider as dating? Anyone?
Dating is when two people get together and go on a romantic.
No, I'm
getaway.
just saying because
Getaway.
no, everyone has a different
Yeah, I can
Like,
see that.
definition of dating.
Because I feel like the intent might be different for some people. Some people may be dating for a relationship, while some people may see dating as just like hooking up and whatever.
and talking to people.
Yeah.
See where it goes.
An encounter, a romantic and or sexual encounter.
Is it both or just one?
Well, good thing I searched it already. Well, according to my very reliable source of Wikipedia, dating
is reliable though.
Shut the fuck up. Dating
they
is the
lie?
stage of romantic relationships in which two individuals engage in an activity together, most often with the intention of evaluating each other's suitability as a partner in a future intimate relationship. So for this exact episode, I want everyone, even our audiences at home, to think of dating, when we talk about dating, as something for a romantic purpose, nothing, and not like talking or hooking up and all that, which you may misconstrue.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So is everyone dating right now? Let's start there.
Nope.
No.
In a relationship.
I'm engaged.
Alyssa's engaged.
Not.
Yeah, we missed the whole chapter.
That happened in this month.
Yes, I'm a very private person.
What? I said I'm not.
Oh, so
Why you have to say it like that?
Well, yes. So everyone.
Wait. Did
And
they
Greg.
answer? Greg?
Oh, I mean, I was
You were.
Wait, hang on.
Wait,
like
did I miss
months
something?
ago,
Mm.
but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just chilling.
I think the question was like now.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Currently not.
Yeah, no, I'm
Currently
chilling.
not.
You're chilling. Anyone
Chilling.
talking to anyone?
Out of
Nah,
the
I'm
single
in my
peeps.
me era.
Hell yeah.
Slay, bitch.
Was that
Slay.
hell yeah to the question or hell yeah to Mark's?
Oh hell yeah, I'm on my me era.
Oh,
Okay, you.
yeah, not at the moment.
Why do you sound so sad?
Why?
Because not at the moment. You have a lot of oxygen coming out.
I can't breathe out here.
That was a very heavy
Hi,
Well, for
my name
me-
is Cesar.
Oh yeah, what about the other?
Well,
person?
for me, thankfully enough, my hiatus from the dating scene got me back to talking to someone.
Nice.
I am talking to someone right now. I cannot name them whatsoever. They're watching.
What is this?
They know this
Security
episode's
number?
gonna
Name
come
names.
out.
Name names.
No one name him. I'm gonna.
Can you tell us
put him.
about this person or no? A
Well,
hint for our audience.
No, this person is a boy. And we've been going on a couple of dates. By a couple, like a lot. It's been going well, at least in my perspective and in my opinion. I hope it's going well in his perspective also. And yeah, I actually kind of really like this person a
Nice.
lot.
Aw, I'm happy for you.
So-
Did you say the L word?
Shoot.
Oh.
Shoot. Can you bleep that?
Is it ever too early?
We've been talking for about 2 months now, actually.
Yeah.
So ever since before HITC. Yeah, that's where.
HITC starts it all.
Yeah,
Oh,
watch
so-
that episode also.
So that means, how did you guys meet?
Well, we met because we were staying in New York City starting that Friday in HITC, before HITC, and we actually matched on Tinder.
Tinder.
Exactly, and and we've been talking since. So
Nice.
exactly.
So you think you can find love through Tinder?
We'll get there.
Maybe
We'll get
not
there
finding it.
as this episode progresses. Well, the reason why, again, I wanted to talk about dating, and by the way, I've had this topic even before I even got back to dating. So this topic was established for me and by me already, because I actually had an encounter with someone at work, someone older at work,
How much older?
like
So we can get
their
generation perspectives.
40s,
Okay.
I'd say. So there's definitely a generational gap there. Who basically kind of had the discussion with me, who said that dating is so much easier nowadays, rather as compared to back in her time. And yeah, so any thoughts about that?
Nah.
Lies.
I think it's harder.
I think it's harder.
way harder.
It is harder.
If
Why?
anything, it's more accessible, but it's harder just because of like the options.
Options.
You have too many options. Like,
I think it's almost objectified, right? Like people are swiping left and right, not genuinely trying to, like, based off of like a dating app.
I also kind of feel like
perspective.
dating is kind of backwards nowadays. Like before, it would be, oh, we gotta, go out on a nice dinner first. Then we have our first kiss like 6 months later. Then we hold hands. But now it's like real talk. It's like straight into like action. Like you get right into the nitty gritty, like at the start of the, like when you guys start talking, and then it slowly turns into like the more romantic kind of aspects of dating. So I feel like it's like really backwards nowadays, and that kind of makes it more difficult.
Agree.
Yeah. It wasn't even called dating before. It was called courting.
No, but I actually like what Cesar said about the accessibility. I think accessibility is a double-edged sword, right? So we have more access to meet the person that we want, but at the same time, one, our standards get higher, and two, the dating pool also gets
Bigger.
bigger. Like before, I feel like if you live in a village, you have like 3 prospects.
And you gotta pick.
And you gotta
That's
pick.
it.
And I'm sorry if they're not your type. Well,
Well, that's what you have to work with.
Yeah.
exactly. Or even before, there's a lot of arranged marriage, within families, which nowadays
true.
is being frowned upon.
At least
I'm
in
not
the
saying-
U.S.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that's okay. I'm just saying, like, a lot of cultural reasons
Mhm.
why dating also changes now. We're also, I feel like now you get to know the person right away before you even talk to them.
Wait, what do you
through
mean?
their
Oh,
bio,
like, yeah.
with their Tinder bio or their Bumble bio, before you even talk to them. And also, you get, what do you call this? You also like leave early before even really getting to know them,
Mhm.
because you
people
see
ghost.
one ick from a text, or you don't think they're enough. It's not as organic
Yeah.
as before,
You're
I would say.
desensitized to it.
Exactly. And personally, I mean, I don't know if anyone's gay, anyone want to come out in this table, but I guess I'm the only one in the LGBTQ. Happy Pride, I guess, last month.
It's July. Oh.
It's already July. Sorry, Cesar. Yeah.
No, every month.
Bit late.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm sorry. Cesar's a little homophobic.
No, chill.
Cesar said you can't be gay anymore because it's
Yeah.
No. You be you.
But personally, in the
support.
gay world, I also have a lot of trouble finding people that are actually into committed relationships. And I actually wanted to ask if you guys had similar experiences in the straight world, because they're very different worlds, I would say.
I think it really depends on what you're looking for too.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking for hookups, then you're gonna find hookups. It's like if you look around your room looking for green, you're gonna find green, but you're gonna ignore all the other colors in your room. You know what I mean? So what you set your mind to find is what you will receive in the straight world.
I just find it so different in the gay world, because when you actually, you know how Tinder profiles are. I don't know if Diane and V know, but in Tinder profiles, you actually could set your interest if you want long-term only, long-term open to short-term open to long, short-term fun only,
God dang.
or not
Figuring
know
it
yet.
out. Yeah.
Exactly. So for most of the gay Tinder, probably 95%, and I'm not saying that minimally, like 95% of the people you encounter are either figuring it out or short-term fun only.
Really?
Yeah, it's very rare to really find someone who's actually open to long term.
But is
and
that just the nature of the app?
I think it's the nature of the culture. Yeah, I feel like, especially with like Grindr being there, like the hookup culture being so, what do you call this? So out there, that the gay culture just turned into a hookup culture. And I mean, attack me, but please run your statistics really anecdotally and just look at Tinder and see how many people are only into hookups.
Is that the same for Hinge? Do
Yeah.
you think?
I was
in
about to
your
ask the same
experience?
thing.
Actually,
like
Hinge
other
is
apps.
different.
It's yeah.
I feel
I
like
think
Tin-
there's a lot of success rates in Hinge.
It's a lot of success rates, but it's also much lower match rates.
Yeah.
I've heard the
I
most
agree.
success is from Bumble.
Oh.
Are we talking about gay or straight right now? Or in general?
All the above.
Is it different between
Yeah,
both?
because for Bumble, girls message guys
The
first.
guys
Yes.
first, yeah.
Well, you have 2 guys who message first. Do the math. We got total freedom to do so. Exactly.
I will say, like, the thing that at least I experienced a lot more in like these apps, like I feel what comes out more so is that we get a lot of the people that are like emotionally unavailable, or they're always like in the figuring it out zone,
Yeah.
and they're just trying to pass time.
Yeah. Like get attention and whatever.
Yeah, a lot of because I mean I've done that. so
No, I feel.
So some of that going on. I feel like if you want to going back to your question, like what's the difference between the gay world and the straight world for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest difference though is because like you can't just walk around and just automatically know someone's gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most of the time.
But like for straight people, you could automatically know that they're either heterosexual. Well, of course you don't really know, but it's more
likely.
It's more
It's more
likely that you'll
likely.
find a straight person.
agree.
So that kind of forces the gay community to
Look elsewhere.
look on this app, right? Because it's more easy to find someone that's also gay.
I really like where we're heading because thank you for that transition, Mark. No, because our next section is actually differentiating traditional dating or basically organically meeting people versus online apps. As Mark said, I feel like it's harder for the gays of the world to actually spot people out there that they like, you know, as compared to straight people where you can literally organically ask someone in Starbucks for their number.
True.
Yeah, and if they're gay, you're like, bitch, I'm gay. Just say that. Exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, me too.
So also I just want to run some statistics,
Okay.
but
Let's hear it.
nowadays, statistics say that 30% of U.S. adults are actually using dating sites or apps such as Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, or even Grindr for the gays. But
For the gays.
For the gay. No, not just for the gays. Just the Grindr for the gays.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Specifically. Exactly. Well, for you guys, which one do you guys prefer? Traditional dating or online dating?
Traditional.
Ideally traditional.
Traditional. I love meeting people organically.
I love the idea of it, but
I
it's
think the
hard.
connection is just different than like online dating.
Are your current relationships traditional?
Traditional?
Traditional.
Tell us your stories.
You're the engagement girl.
Oh, yeah.
Mine. Okay. Well, I told myself I would never date a guy from church. I would never date a Korean man. And I had a lot of issues before, but I was super, I was like, those are like my non-negotiables. And then funny enough, how life just works out that way, where I did meet my fiance from church, and he's Korean, but he's like, not like a fob. He's very like Americanized, Korean American, you know. So, cause you know, that's not my type of fob, you know. But yeah, we met through there, and then we were just friends for like a good year. And he actually was really scared to ask me on a date, so he ended up dating another girl.
What?
But
Guys, that's
he
not how
just-
you ask a girl. No.
And then he was just like, that was such a mistake, but he was so scared. But then he obviously, like, that was a very short relationship, and then we were just friends for a really long time. And I think that's how like I ended up really liking him for who he was, not just for like, oh, would he be a good boyfriend to me, but we were like becoming best friends. And I think that really built a foundation for us to romantically start dating, like organically. Yes. So yeah, I think like it was important because for me in the past, like dating was more like no strings attached. Like I'm a very emotional person. So like if I didn't have a problem with breaking up with a guy if I didn't genuinely like them as a person. So I would leave like unattached and like not as scarred. And like that was kind of like my way of dating. And then once I really met Johnny, like when like he was just like a person, like as a person, like before even thinking about him romantically, I really loved him for who he was. So I think yeah, that's when I was just like, oh shoot, like I'm done for.
Damn, she deep in.
I'm ruined basically.
No, but Diane said something that like it's that organic connection that you get from meeting people traditionally that really defines or it really amplifies like the feelings you get with someone. Like you don't get that in a dating app.
Yeah. Like at least for me, how I feel attracted to people is I have to like experience what like their energy is or like their aura is, and it's so hard to experience that through dating. Though I've had some luck through Instagram, but I mean at the same time, it's still
Well,
rather.
also Instagram is the best dating app to be honest.
Yeah.
But I feel like Instagram, if they're strangers, I still consider that as online dating.
No, it's still online dating. Yeah, we'll
It's
cut
like
the
a
issue.
way to like scope out a person,
Yeah.
you know.
Get a feel.
Yeah. But still, going back to it, nothing beats like experiencing their energy
In person.
like in person, right? Because sometimes
Agreed.
your energy and their energy doesn't match. Like maybe you're really really cold and they're really really warm, but what they want is someone who's just as warm with them, or you want someone who's just as cold.
Yeah.
Or
And you
something
can't
like
tell that from seeing like 6 pictures and 3
Yeah.
And a
prompts.
prompt, yeah, exactly, a voice prompt or something like that. No, it's
Or like what
impossible.
pissed me off the most was like when there was this one guy that I met on Instagram, like connected, but then he acted so different in real life because he was like so like extroverted, it seemed, and very good at conversation like through Instagram, and then
But-
in person he was like so shy, and I was
Oh,
like,
man.
this is so awkward. I'm like,
totally.
what is happening? It's like two different
order dinner now?
Do you like cheese?
like what?
lactose intolerant.
At least it's not bad as like.
So you can
catfishing.
like fake a persona online
Yeah.
too,
Oh, yeah.
like
That's
you
another
know.
My
like-
trust issues. I don't think I could like believe in online dating.
Well, how did you and your boo meet?
I met him at. Technically, I first met him when he was working at a coffee shop near
Oh,
my
so
house.
Oh.
But during that time was like no intentions. I was just coincidentally meeting him through there for like first time. And then later on, when we were both single, our friends, well, he was part of like Cesar's friend, and Alyzza texted me that day because it was Cesar's birthday party, and they're like, "Oh, the guy from the coffee shop is here at the party."
That's
And
my
we're-
boy.
The barista.
and we're talking about you to him. And like, I don't know, they were trying to like set us up together, and I had no idea this was going on.
And then he fell in love with me.
Oh my god.
But basically, I think our friends set us up to like hang out in a group setting a few weeks after that, and we were both not in the right mindset to date at the time. So, but I think there was like an initial interest from both ends, and we always like had that in mind. But we both knew we were not ready to date. And then I think he eventually over time we became friends and more comfortable. We became more comfortable with each other, and then he came forward and told me that he started having feelings for me. Yes, started having feelings for me, and I at first was like my perspective was like, oh, we're just friends. Like this whole time, I kept that in mind that I didn't want to like cross the boundaries. So at first I was like, oh my god, our friends are watching, don't touch me. Whenever we hung out in group settings.
Friend zoned him like
Oh,
crazy.
it's so different now.
I know. But then the more we got comfortable with each other, and I've realized how many similar values we have, and that's when I truly got to know him. And what you said, like I truly like love him as a person, like who he is. Deep.
What was
The
the question
soul.
that we asked in the subway, Mark?
Oh yeah.
Wait, we gotta go to the break. I think I lost.
You'll
Find
hear
out
that
after the
question.
break.
Hold on to this break.
After
the
this
break.
break. All right. So, Mark.
What was this that?
What was the
what did I ask
question?
him?
So
Yes.
we were waiting for the subway to get to Forest Hills during Head in the Clouds. And I was walking around the platform, you know, do my little stroll. And I passed by V and her boyfriend. And I hear, Josh, if we were dating, would you come up to me? And I dead ass stop in my place,
You
turn
stared
around,
at me.
and I go, what the did I just hear?
Hey, it's just a girl thing.
Every girl has ass.
She's just a girl.
just a girl.
You know, if I was a
Wait, so what did he say though?
I forgot what he
He was like, hey V, my name is Josh and I have big biceps and all. Of course I would approach you with my big flashy biceps.
Wow.
Sounds just like him.
Oh my god.
All right, take it away, Tim.
What were we talking about?
I honestly
met.
got
I don't
lost.
Organic
know.
dating.
Oh, how
Organic.
she met organically.
Oh yeah, her story.
Yeah, very
Exactly.
organic.
You guys, I mean, your exes, you
Yeah.
guys had them organically also, right? Met
I
them.
yeah, I will say like the one I've had both like one through like dating online, and then one through also organically. And I will say like the organic meetings were a lot more stable. Versus like it was very like I would honestly say like kind of cold like encounters with the people that I've like met on Hinge. Because I at least in my experience, or we were all like, oh, I'm just figuring shit out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Seeing where things go.
see stuff like that. So that's why I still have like that desire to meet someone organically, because like you could just do it through like chance meetings, like you said, like a coffee shop, or at least
That's hard, bro.
I know. I do think it's like a Wattpad fantasy to meet someone organically. I've only actually all my exes were online matches from a dating app. Weirdly enough, probably because I'm not really straight passing, but I feel like I'm there. I'm around the border.
But also, like, dating apps really work for some people. Like, I think, like, if it really works for you, like, that's, like, to your advantage. But, like, I just know with some certain, like, personalities, it just, like, might not work as well. So it's, like, yeah.
I feel like those people that it does work for, they're, like, constantly on the dating app, though. Right? Like,
I think it... I mean, I only meet people through the dating app, but I feel like I also put myself out there. You know, it just so happens that the people that I actually end up liking are through the dating apps, at least from my end.
But it's also a different, like, it's a different pool for you.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. I feel like for straight people, I guess, those people who do end up working out, they've been on the dating apps for like years, most of the time. Well, at least the ones that I know, they've been on for at least like 2-3 years and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
And
Gotta
it's
get
like,
lucky.
it's like they changed their whole persona from looking out in the world to just focusing on what they see in the dating apps. So I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Well, has everyone here used a dating app before?
I've used it before.
Yeah,
I've used only Hinge.
You used Hinge.
Tinder.
Oh, you did use Tinder, V.
Not like in my recent breakup. It was like when I was on a break with my previous relationship.
Gotcha. Mark, I know you use this.
I don't use it anymore. I've been on like a
Hiatus.
8-month break from it,
Yeah.
and I honestly feel so much better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was getting to that point where literally as I was on the dating apps, I was just playing a game.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's good that you said that, because my next question is actually, what's the biggest challenge that you've encountered, at least with the dating apps, when you were on it?
It's also kind of because like you close off so many options because you set it to your preferences only. So it's like you don't keep your mind open to other possibilities. Like you don't know if you could have found your true soulmate because you set one preference to a different setting or something. And it's also like whenever you use it, I think you only get like a specific amount of likes per day or something.
Yeah.
Unless you pay for it. So it's like
Dumb.
It's
you
limiting.
only get a few chances to send a like. And it's also like I guess it was also weird for me because I never had my notifications on for it either. So I would get a match and then I would respond like weeks later. And they would never respond because it's like a week later. They're probably going on a date with someone else too.
Yeah.
It's like it's a race also on the app.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
want
you
to
have to have
add
a
to that
competition.
too. Exactly, because like you have to like always keep that mindset. Like these people are also dating around, just like how you are
Yeah.
dating around, right? So
Yep.
if to be able to get a match, you have to stand out in some sort of capacity. And now the way how like, at least for me, what actually worked for me was like listening to how other people have like approached other people on these dating apps, like be a little bit more out there to just have a higher success rate, right? Be like, ma'am, or something like that as the first message, or use something off their prompt, or say something completely stupid that they would love, or a really witty like.
So basically not the basic stuff like, hey,
No.
how was your
no,
day?
a hey, unless you're like super, super good looking, a hey's not going to
Yeah.
work. Yeah. Anything, like, and also you have to, again, the reminder, because you are going against the rest of the world, right? even if you like, I feel like at least for me, why we were kind of cold with each other is because when we were actually meet, the text conversation and the actual like engagement was always a little bit different. I felt like for some of them, they were a little bit more comfortable through text, or at least for me, I was also a little bit comfortable through text. And then when meeting them, it was hard to like match that energy.
So different.
Yeah, it's super different. Like the energy that I was expecting versus what they brought to the table was honestly completely different. So like I was like, oh, I think this person's like really warm. They can match my energy. And then they're like, oh, very cold. Or this person's too like extreme. And I'm like, hey, yo, chill a little bit. We're out in public and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, I've already said the most challenging part is meeting, like the people that I meet are not into serious relationships. But also dating, especially dating apps, are so tiring. It's
Yeah,
like
They are.
every single time is like a job interview. You have to start from the get-go.
Oh man, I hate
Bro,
it.
I was so tired of first dates
Yes,
when I was using it.
same.
Like it's literally the same thing over and over again.
I feel lazy now.
Yeah, you get dinner, you ask the same like three questions that
Yeah.
you usually ask. Oh, what do you do for work? Oh,
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite number? Do you like evens or odds? And then it's just like, it's this.
It's a lot of time wasted.
You don't get that
Yeah.
organic connection, so
Yeah.
you're trying to form it. You're trying to force it through
Yeah,
these
force is a good word to put.
through these dating apps and like through the meeting like these blind dates basically. So it makes it really difficult to, I guess, find a true match on
Agree.
these apps.
Yeah, putting in your emotional energy and then not getting something most of the time is very tiring.
Also, you know what I found funny? What Greg said during his little spiel.
My bad.
No, it's funny because you said, oh, if you say hey and you're not hot enough, you probably won't get attention.
That's true though.
That's so funny because yes, it's very true. In fact, I have statistics for it.
We love that.
Tim is prepared.
I'm prepared. I had a month.
That number.
Well, so according to Tinder and OkCupid statistics,
What's OkCupid? That's another dating app.
I think it's for like older people. I don't fucking know.
Maybe I should be on.
Well, their studies show, both their studies show that about the top 10 to 20% of men who are deemed as most attractive get 80% of the right swipes from women. Therefore, the rest of the 80 to 90% less attractive males have to vie for the remaining 20% of women. So, which means you're
about to
exactly. So if the guy, if a really hot guy just says hey, they're pretty much getting a right swipe or a match, or the girls are gonna be all over them, as compared to someone who's less attractive based on societal standards. They're probably not going
It'll
to.
take way more.
We should ask the audience to try this out.
What?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
apps?
So me and Tim are gonna say hey to see who gets the most likes.
Comment below. Who would you swipe right on?
I'm gay, bitch,
Hey, some of them might be too.
and talking. to
Oh
someone.
yeah, right. My B.
I got him.
You could do you and Cesar, Greg.
You and
if you want.
Cesar. Word. You and Mark. Like, there's so many options. Why'd you choose me?
All of us are just saying
I
All the
will
guys.
respectfully pass.
Well, I mean, for the guys, do you guys think you're in that 10 to 20%?
Oh, I know. I'm
yeah,
self-aware.
probably.
What you mean?
What about you, Mark?
I don't know.
Do you even start with hey, Mark? I feel like you would say something really quirky.
Mark is like, I'm madly in love with you.
I literally when I would use the dating apps, I barely would send a message until they matched. I would just like pictures. I wouldn't even like look through their profiles or anything.
Damn.
So then I would get my matches. Then I would siphon through the matches to find someone that I potentially like, and then I would usually start with love bombing.
Oh my goodness. If
no.
we have a toxic relationship episode. We talked about love bombing. Yeah.
But if I could give real advice for how I got most of my dates, it was really by getting off of the app as fast as possible.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally, sometimes I would start with, yo, what's your IG? And then I would take it to the DMs there. Because
agree.
literally nobody ever has their notifications on for these apps.
I
So
agree.
you can't text someone there and expect a response in like 2 minutes or something.
Agree. Also, my rule is within a week you have to get a date. If you don't get a date, then
That's
you
it.
have-
Yeah, that's right.
it.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
right.
rule
Yeah.
to keep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
you
play
gotta
the
be
long
fast.
game when you haven't even met yet.
Yeah.
So
Because I think my strength is being in person.
yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Your aura is stronger in person.
exactly. Yeah,
More
as
of the
compared
real
to
you.
text.
Like usually it'd be like, okay, if we start talking after we match, get like a good bit of information out, get their IG, and then if you don't have a date set within like the next 2 to 3 days, it ain't it. Like
Yeah.
you have to really get that first encounter within the first week.
That's kind of why I said earlier that Instagram is the best dating app.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, I never told you guys this story.
Yes.
Oh, let's hear it.
What's the
Let's
tea?
hear it.
I actually was never on the apps right after my like breakup, but I actually dated someone through Instagram.
Really?
Oh wait, I remember this one a long distance.
I've mentioned to some of you guys, but he was an Instagram famous guy. He was like a lifestyle influencer, and he was from the West Coast. And then I saw that he was like looking at my stories, but he didn't like follow me or anything. So then I think I replied to one of his stories. I followed him.
Wait, is this different from?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
different. This is before that, like the beginning of the last year. And then I replied to one of his like reels or stories like directly, and then he like actually answered me, and I was really surprised. And then he started following
He was
me.
definitely waiting for you to make a move.
Yeah, I mean, I caught him lurking on my stories, right? And then that day he like gave me his number right away.
Damn.
Yeah, really. I was like,
He was
whoa.
waiting then.
Very direct.
I was like, whoa, why is like an influencer like trying to, gave me his number personally, and we were texting, and he love bombed me. This gives me so much
Yeah,
Can't
that's
relate.
toxic.
It was so weird because I thought like we were, talking, getting along, and then he just ghosted me. And then 3 weeks
worst.
later, he like replied to my story again, like flirting with me. And then we started talking again. And then for like a good 2-3 weeks, we were consistently talking. And I thought we were getting somewhere because we were like trying to make plans to like see each other, meet
yeah.
up. And then, yeah, he ghosted me again.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I don't trust
Yo, let's
online.
cancel this dude. Who is that?
Who is that guy?
Yeah.
Dox him.
Yo, word. Fuck you, bro.
His name is
That's crazy.
What's his name?
Drake? Oh shit. Damn.
Oh, this was in the phase. I will say his initial because I don't know. Every encounter I had this last year
Oh yeah.
Oh.
was with a J.
Yo, man. J names.
Another
Jay?
J.
Jaden Smith.
Oh my god.
Drake?
Drake.
More like jerk.
If he's watching this right now.
Damn.
Probably is. He's
No, I think-
obsessed.
He ended up getting a girlfriend like right a few months after that. So I was like,
That's actually
That's
humbling because, I somehow think that, I mean, just personally, I feel like men have it worse than women in terms of dating. I feel like usually the girls are the one ghosting the men. I mean,
well, I'm
but
sure he
wow.
had so many options because he was like
Oh,
Insta
it's, like,
famous, and I mean all his comments like girls were always all over him.
Yeah.
So
Do you think though that there are gender disparities in dating, or
Yeah.
is that just anecdotal on my end?
In terms of like the dating apps, or
Or
Yeah,
just in
dating
general.
apps are in general.
In general, definitely.
So I have a couple female friends who are on the dating apps. They never send likes. They just go through their.
I feel like girls
the
have it
people that
way
like
easier
them.
on dating apps, personally.
They be getting like 60 likes on the first day or something.
Damn.
That's a lot.
Meanwhile, we get like 4.
In like a month.
Bad.
And they're not your type.
And they're not your type. They're just like people.
But again, I have statistics. Well, yes, I'm a
Yes.
statistics guy. Well, to be fair, especially in these dating apps, according to a 2024 dating app statistics, 67%, which is twice as many men as women, are currently in these dating apps. So I do think that women have more options, but at the same time, I feel like there's just culture among men that men are thirstier
They make the
than
first
women.
move.
That they exactly. Any other experiences with dating apps for you?
For me, I could speak to this. Me and my friend were actually comparing apps, like how it looks like, because we were like, yo, let's check each other. And she was checking each other's game out. Yeah, to what Mark was saying, she never looked at she never swiped or anything. She just looked at her likes. She had 124.
Damn.
This is Asian. They're Asian.
She's Asian, yeah.
Yeah.
She probably plays a part too.
124 likes on
And they're
him.
all from white guys.
And there were no dead ass.
Yeah.
They were all it was just like Kevin,
That says a
Chad,
lot.
Jacob.
Yeah, watch
So
our
fu-
preferences.
Exactly. So funny enough, the same statistics says that the most preferred among men are white, and the most preferred among women are Asian.
Wow,
Really?
we had a conversation about this.
Greg brought that up in
I feel like times have changed.
Greg brought that up in one of the episodes. I
It
remember
is it's slowly changing, but it's still white men out there. You all got yellow fever. I'm gonna call y'all out.
What are some?
It's not cute to have a fetish.
Yeah, but what are some traits that you think are preferred, especially in these dating apps?
on dating apps.
Yeah.
Like what
Like
will get you
physical
like?
Like
Or
physically, physical.
Like in.
Like-
What do you mean? Like in my sense or in like?
Oh, I guess that's hard to ask. Let's skip that question.
Like conventionally attractive. I
Conventionally
guess,
attractive.
Is what you're
I
trying to
feel
say.
like. Yeah, jawline,
Big ass,
abs.
big
Yeah.
titty.
Oh my.
Big everything.
A gothic baddie.
Gothic bad.
Is that your type? I don't know if that's your type.
A Latino.
A Latino woman.
Any-
Well, again,
Any.
despite these statistics that I've been freaking spewing, I'm also a big believer that everyone has their own market out there. Like, let's be real, I'm not the slimmest person out here.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just, I'm petite, but I do think that I have my own market out there. Everyone has their own market, and everyone just has to find their market. Maybe my market might be smaller than V's market. Sorry for choosing you, V. But, at least I try to approach my market as good as I can, just so that I can find the one person.
I think that's better. Like, I feel like if you're
Oh, yeah,
more
sure.
like niche, like you're just confident in like how quirky you are or how like unique you are, like you'll definitely have someone who will match that. If not, like it'll just I feel like
That's true. Like you know what you
you'll
want.
draw
I know what I
find it.
want.
what you
It
want.
really depends on how you sell yourself.
Do you have
Yeah.
any advice for those who don't know how to find their market? Like how did you find yours?
I mean, online apps is a big thing.
You think it's really just from online apps?
I mean,
or
online apps.
Yeah, how would you put yourself out there?
You can also.
join a club?
I know you can join a club. A lot of people, especially in the gay world, are wilder. They join like strip clubs that are specifically for their group or whatever their fucking kink is. Like the furries find each other. If the furries find each other, you can find yourself a lot.
You know what that means? The trick is to just be yourself and do the things you like to do, and then you'll find your market.
Naturally.
Oh, that's
What
boring. Let's hear the real.
boring.
happened? Yeah, what's the cheat code?
But at the same time, I feel like everyone has a different dating approach. So I was actually I wanted to transition to our next section, which is dating approach. Well, I'm curious with the three on my left. How do you guys approach your dates? I mean, Cesar.
The four.
Four, too. Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, let's start
Dating
with Mark.
approach.
How to like on the dating apps or
Yeah.
in real life?
Regardless.
Okay, so let's start with in real life. I'd be going to clubs and I'd be finding girls that I find attractive, and I tell them, "I love you."
I don't think I've seen you once doing that.
I don't do that with you guys because I'm busy doing other things. But when I'm with Dion, and when I find someone who matches my vibe, it's like full on chaos going on. So I do that. I get the Instagram. And then I just keep love bombing and love bombing and love bombing and love bombing.
Until
and
they
God.
go away.
Yeah, basically.
dating apps. Slightly different. I love bomb.
And then you say
I'm
I
not
love
the
you.
best person to give advice.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't take his advice, guy.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm in my me era right now, because I want to find a wife and I'm tired of love bombing people.
If there's anything you take away from this, is that you don't love bomb.
Don't love
Don't
bomb.
love bomb.
Because you get filled, you feel really good in the
Yeah.
moment, but then you feel
Yeah.
empty right after.
Yeah.
You go on 2 dates in the span of 3 days. And I miss you. You know who you are. I miss you.
Yeah. Well, I personally like the slow burn
Yeah.
type.
You know,
of,
that's the type that lasts.
That's the organic one.
Yeah, like be
Yeah.
friends
yeah.
first, maybe.
But I don't do
Or-
it all the time.
It's
If I do
kinda-
that, it means I like you.
like
Yeah.
actually.
Exactly. What about you guys?
I take my time to get to know each person. I don't think I would go on like serial dating type of.
Yeah.
I don't think I could go on one date on Monday, a date on
Agreed.
Thursday.
And a different
Yeah, I
Who
don't
would
think.
do that?
Yeah.
Who would do that? Only Mark would do that. 5 days, 5 girls.
Or 5 girls 1 day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Speed dating.
Sweet date.
That's a challenge.
I don't have enough money for that, please.
Yeah, I feel like I need to have like an intimate, like an emotional connection before I can even be intimate with someone. So that's my approach on dating. I take my time getting to know each person before I can move on to even getting to know another person. I can't get to know 2 people at once. I think it's just too chaotic for me.
Diane.
I was never looking to
Oh,
like
you bitch.
date.
Nice.
I was like I'm a very ambitious like person, so I was like, oh, like dating, like it'll come. Like I'm just so focused on like what I want to do. Like I have a lot of passions, and so I was constantly just like, obviously I would have like crushes and likes and situationships but then I would never have that like grow into anything more until I knew, like we said, like I can't go on multiple dates like in a week. Like I'm very like one person at a time, and I really like, it's kind of like peeling the layers of like an onion. So it's like, just because I've talked to somebody like once, like I don't consider that like a date. Like it would probably be like a process of like, I made it very hard essentially, where it's like this person really has to want to get to know like not just the surface layer stuff, but really like earn my trust
Find
to
the
like
connection.
find the connection. If it's there, can you go deeper with me? So I think to me, like, yeah, how I approached it was like I never looked for it, and then it would just, the right person would basically just like find you, and if it like stuck through, then I obviously, like, that's how it happened for me. I wasn't looking for it. So
Are you the type to befriend someone first and then date them?
So when I like somebody, I'm the type where I have no problem confronting the guy first. Like I just can't.
Yes, bitch.
I can't like wait to like if I'm like honestly, like if I'm like really interested in someone, or like, yeah, I just like, I'm not the type where I'm like, I expect that person to come up to me first. I'm very like, if I like you, like my feelings are strong, like I have to like express that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, when you're dating though, I'm just curious because I'm in this process. When do you establish exclusivity? Is there a timeline for that?
I don't think so. I think it's more like,
when both people.
yeah,
Yeah,
it can
when you guys feel
happen
ready.
naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends.
Like 2 days.
And it's
Oh, yeah,
honestly,
that's true.
as long as like
First date.
it's like open for conversation. Like if
Yeah.
one person asks like, hey, like what are we? Like that's literally what Johnny asked, and I was like, I don't know. I was always the one where I was like skirting the lines a little bit, where I was like, it took a longer time for me to
I hate
realize.
those conversations.
I
so
know. But yeah, I feel like either or, like one person will bring it up, or yeah, I don't think it has to be the super like I have to ask the girl out in this way. I think before I used to think like, oh, he has to like do XYZ, but I realized like, oh, maybe like if it just happens naturally, like in the spur of a moment. That's kind of how like Johnny asked me. Like we were just like hanging out late at night, and then he was just like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" And I was like, "Yes."
Those are the
Yeah.
cutest ones, to be honest. When you don't expect it and it just kind of happens.
I actually learned
Naturally.
something from this podcast. It's the,
Yay!
Oh, speakeasy?
yes, the Speak Dash Easy, y'all. I hope you guys are watching. No, it's the 369 rule that Mark brought up. I'm using it now. Yeah.
It low-key, it really does
It's a
happen.
guideline.
Yeah.
but
It's a
I
good
think-
It's a good
basis.
guideline.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
strictly.
Explain
but
the
like,
369 rule for
Yeah, what
us,
is
Mark.
that?
369, damn, you're fine. Hey.
well,
You got 30 seconds, Mark.
But the 369 rule, I forgot what it was.
So we'll get back on
We'll get
after
back
this
to it.
break.
Mark, you're gonna
Yeah.
search it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna search it
We'll
up
look
real
it up.
quick.
I have it.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Well, the 369 rule. So the 3 month. So that you have 3 months, which is getting to know each other. 6 months is build deeper connection, basically, possibly exclusive. I mean, 3 months is exclusivity. 6 months is basically saying I love you with deeper connections, and then 9 months is knowing if they're
Yeah, if they're the
long-term
one for you,
potential,
right?
if they're the
Yeah,
one for
something
you.
like that.
Wow.
Exactly. But we'll take another break.
Yeah,
We'll get back to it.
And we'll get back to it. Thank you, guys. We had just a little break,
Yes.
but the last thing we talked about was basically exclusivity, right? So I just wanted to ask, do you guys get creeped out if the person says "I love you" too early?
What's early?
Yes.
But yes.
Says
Well,
the love
early.
bomber that
Early to
says
you.
I love you first day they
No,
meet.
but like
them.
real talk though, it's like so off-putting because you're like, we literally
Yeah.
just met.
Do I even know you?
Like, do you even know me, bro? Like,
Well,
So should you take your own advice?
Hey man, I've been taking my own advice for the past like 6 months. So
Wait, generally speaking, what's early? Like
I mean,
a month,
I don't
2
think
months?
there's a timeline.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
no,
it's
that's why I
really
said
just how
generally
you
speaking.
feel.
Yeah.
How you feel.
You can't really put a time to it.
But usually within a month is
Yeah.
OD.
Second date.
Yeah. Second day is a lot. Like you
That's
guys
a
don't know
lot.
each other.
Personally, I would say anything before 3 months is kind of early. Yeah.
Before 3 months.
Before
After
three-
3 months is a
After
fair
3
game.
months is viable.
Generally speaking.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
some people are intense and they just know,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Some
Aw.
people do get married in like a year,
That's
and
crazy.
then like it works out.
Yeah, I think the earliest I
Yeah.
did say I love you was 3 months. So
I do have a few more scenarios for you guys actually before we go into our game. So the first one is I just want to hear your thoughts. Something tells you your date is more focused on hooking up than finding love. How would you approach this?
fuck it, we ball.
We are right now.
Yeah,
Hey man, entertain it.
entertain it.
Yeah.
You'd hook up with them.
Why not?
I personally would ask what their intentions are because I'm a confrontational person. And if they say hooking up, I'll be like, bah.
I would
And hook up with
also
them, probably.
ask the same thing. Yeah, I'm
think
also
so.
very confrontational.
What about the girls?
Can you repeat the question one more time? Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gosh.
All I was
I
thinking was
said-
Josh. Sorry.
So, Josh. Something tells you during your
Something.
first date.
Someone?
Something.
Something.
Like your
Like-
intuition.
Oh,
Like your
something. Okay, okay.
intuition that Josh is more focused on hooking up than finding love. What would you have said, or how would you
Ick.
have?
Ick. Like I said, I can't even be intimate with someone unless I'm like emotionally have a
Attached or
yeah,
something.
have an emotional connection. So I would try to figure out what his intentions are towards me, and then make my decision based on that. Which I already know is I'm not going to move forward if it's just purely.
Hooking up.
I mean, I could point him to the direction of a strip club. So
Yeah.
there's mine.
Wait, do you hook up with people at the strip club?
Bro,
I've
20
never
bucks
been
on
to one.
cat
I think
to
we
be
all do.
honest.
I thought all look, no touch. No.
Yeah.
Aren't there like private rooms?
Hey man,
Oh,
I'm
there
sure it
are.
happens.
I'm sure there.
Only
are.
strip club I've been to is the one on GTA. So
Well, this next scenario is also only for the girls. I mean, not really only for the girls, but for the girls specifically. Your date wants to split the bill on the first date. How would you react?
I
Yeah.
would probably not publicly make a scene, but I would gather my thoughts on him after that.
Yeah.
Is that a turn off?
I don't know. I'm not like the type to go after someone's like money or wealth. So, but I think it's courtesy just for first date
Like
because
chivalry
it's
type?
chivalry.
Do you guys have a mentality where it's like whoever asked to go on the date should pay for it?
I think during like your relationship because it like you're gonna be of course splitting
one
it
person
up.
can't be paying the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I don't know about first dates with like who's gonna ask.
I
I don't
agree.
know.
Well, for the gay world, we usually ask to split, or whoever asks to go on a date. Exactly. What about you, Cesar? Would you ever
What's
ask to
No.
split the bill?
Nah, I'll pay for the first one, and then we can figure it out after.
Oh damn, he a little cheap. No kidding.
What?
He a little cheap.
You know
That's
that though?
crazy.
I have been asked on the first date. It was like, oh, can we could split the bill or something like that. I thought that was actually, it was very nice.
You took it?
No, I paid.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't take it, you don't take it.
I paid for that. I was like, oh, that's very thoughtful.
Yeah, no,
I
the
got it.
dance, the little dance is always fun.
Yeah, they reach
always
for their
go, like, they
wallet.
go for their wallet or their
Yeah, or
purse.
their
They're like,
purse.
oh no, I got it.
It's
I
like,
got
nah,
it.
it's
They're
cool,
like,
it's cool.
nah, chill. I know you only got like hand sanitizer in that purse. Don't worry about it.
Well, let's now move on to our next section, or our last section. I did prepare a little game. It's called Swipe Left versus Swipe Right.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is just swipe right or swipe left.
You should make this into an app.
I forgot. Swipe left is
Stage
dislike.
left. Is
Swipe left is
no.
bad. Is no.
Swipe left is
Left
bad.
is-
Right
Swipe
is-
Are we
Right is
doing?
good.
Are we doing? Can we just say it out loud instead of like?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it might be
I
mirrored.
guess.
Right?
Yeah. It's gonna be
Also,
mirrored.
just the premise: all these scenarios or all these situations concerns a 10 out of 10 physical type.
Okay.
So this is a 10. This is your 10 out of 10 person, but they have this specific trait.
Oh, okay.
Would you swipe right or swipe left? And also another premise, it's just basically looking at their bio, since we've been talking about a dating app, just looking at their initial bio and maybe some initial conversations. That's all you get.
Okay.
But they're hot as fuck. Right? You get it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's fucking play it, bitch. The first one is their 10 out of 10, but he or she likes to have some form of activism and always talks about politics.
Oh,
Love.
I'm sorry, politics is so tiring for me personally.
I
Left.
agree. Yeah, I mean, anyone wants to elaborate why?
Okay.
left?
You can't have energy for that all the time. And like if that's your whole personality,
Yeah.
bro.
And this
You
is
have
initial
to.
conversation.
Chill.
No.
Like even if like our politics are aligned, I ain't for like talking about
Yeah,
it.
I don't
all
want
the
to talk
time.
about it
give
all
a
the
fuck.
time. You know?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever talked about politics on a date.
I
Yeah.
have,
Really?
but
Really?
not coming from me.
Not like
coming
the
from the other
first
person.
conversation.
I would
Interesting.
never. That's just like
Yeah.
a bad topic to talk about.
Yo,
Yes,
dude, it's
very
like one of the worst.
No, but some people are very, very passionate
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
politics. That's why I wanted
It's
to
not
bring
us.
it up.
Not me.
Nah.
Not for me.
All right. Next one is 10 out of 10, and this person shared their Instagram with you, let's say, and they have 200 pictures.
Okay.
However, they only post either shirtless pics and bikini pics online. Nothing else.
Left.
Oh, left.
Only?
Yeah, left.
Only.
Yeah, left.
Yeah, if it's only then.
Left.
Probably left.
She the one that's interested in hooking up or like?
Because
That's
that's,
like borderline
That's
OnlyFans
sus.
model.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
left.
Well, it depends.
Think
Are they
about it.
like, is that their business? Are they like a influencer type?
I mean,
Just in general.
sure.
Okay. Probably no then. So
No.
because like if they're gonna be my like significant other,
Yeah.
I don't want them to be doing that. Like,
Yeah.
to be
That full of
honest.
themselves. That
I
it's
would
only.
want them for myself.
Yeah.
Not for everybody's eyes.
Yeah.
No.
Mm. All right. The next one is they're a 10 out of 10, but their bio and when you text them, they have a lot of spelling errors.
Oh my God, left.
Right. Bro, I can.
How
Wait,
bad
you're
are
okay
these
with spelling
Yo,
errors?
bro, I can fix that.
Okay, Captain Save a Hole.
Yo, Cesar was
What?
like, I could
You said
change
spelling
you.
errors. Yo, I'm
Writer
I'm
here.
a writer. I got you.
All right.
Shit.
Wait, why left anyone?
Wait, how bad are the spelling errors?
I
Is it
just don't
like-
think that's
I mean-
attractive.
I guess everything, like every other
Like
word.
every other word.
To be honest,
How
I
do you
would
have a
swipe right because I
conversation?
think it'd be entertaining.
Trying to figure out what they're even saying.
I would swipe left.
It's pretty fun.
Love.
Actually,
biggest
I
is
had
love.
like with my previous relationship, maybe because his English was not his like fluent language, I guess. So he had a lot of grammatical errors. That it actually icked me out.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Like, why you talk
Yeah.
like that, bro?
I could personally overlook it though.
You can overlook
Dang, that's
it
a
because
good
you're 10 out of
person.
10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're nice.
And that's not a deal breaker for me. It's
But
just
like
like,
when you open
It just
your
gives
mouth.
it gives airhead.
Yeah.
So
no, but like if it's like what V said, where it's like a language barrier, they could
They
improve.
gotta pass.
but he
They gotta
said
pass.
spelling errors, not language barrier.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Hey,
if
that gives airhead.
Then I'm turning on autocorrect.
What if it's spelling errors that you have to decode each time?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
gonna
What the
get-
fuck are
How
you
do you
saying?
have a
Alright.
conversation?
I've seen a TikTok on this. It's so funny.
I did not sign up for an escape room. I signed up for a girl.
No, that's fine. Then we'll just talk in person. FaceTime.
What if it's just
But
as bad? What if they just like say words wrong?
All right.
next?
Next. 10 out of 10, but only sends one word dry text.
Oh hell no, left.
Oh,
left.
left.
Even though, let's say they're wholesome in person, because I would actually swipe right.
I would. Yeah, no.
I think I would swipe right.
Because
I
some people are
can't.
not into.
Yeah, some people aren't into texting.
I am a dry texter, so.
True.
No.
If they're good in person, then I can
But I'm a
overlook that.
words person. Like
Yeah,
I need
like-
to like even with text. Like
No, but if they're good while talking, I think that can compensate it for me personally.
What if they just
I
have an
love to
Android?
text.
I love
so
to text
it just,
too.
It just doesn't suit me.
Me
I think I
too.
would just call them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, hey, let's have a conversation before I ghost you. Come on, prove yourself, bitch.
You got one shot, bro.
You got one shot. If you give me dry ass answers, you're gone.
K
I'm sorry.
LOL.
LOL.
But also, if it's like initially, like you said, it just gives that they're not interested.
I don't
So
think
that's
it's for
why
everyone,
I
though.
wouldn't really want
Some
it.
people just
Some people are
aren't.
bad.
Yeah.
I know my worth. I want someone who wants me too.
That is, it's very hard to be a bad texter. In this
Maybe
day
it's a
and age,
texting
though.
compatibility thing then.
That's also true.
Yeah, they got an Android phone.
Oh,
my
no.
Oh my gosh! If you have a
Incompatible.
green
Yeah, that's an ick.
left,
In the
bitch,
Y'all are
compatible.
racist for that.
Sorry, can't do that.
Sorry.
don't fucking make my bubbles green, bitch. Don't even try. All right, I have a few more. Next is 10 out of 10. Does not have the same religion as you.
That still
Right.
swipe right.
Right.
I don't give a
That's
fuck about
fine.
religion.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
fine for me.
Yeah.
I would swipe right.
Oh, them Cesar. All right, 10 out of 10, but has kids.
I'm
Dang,
sorry.
I didn't think about that.
Do I want to be the dad to step in or to step up?
Respectfully,
Right.
no.
To be honest,
Right.
right?
I'm thinking. I gotta think about this.
Wait, why right, Mark? While Greg is thinking.
Because I would love to be a dad.
It's a left for me.
So
I think it's a left for me too.
It's a left for you. The funny thing is, I ran this with the boy that I'm talking to. Shout out to you, HITC boy. And he was like, right. And he was like, but also he asked, how old are these children?
That's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
Because, well, for me, I feel like if they're older, like old enough,
true. Mhm.
I guess like they're on their own. Because I feel like kids for me are a financial burden right now
Mhm.
that I would not want children. But for him, if it's older, it's a swipe left. If it's
Younger.
younger,
swipe
because he
right.
wants to be a dad, he's a swipe right. I don't
That's
know.
interesting, actually.
Very
too.
different
Yeah.
perspectives.
No, and I got a thought
I
too.
kinda
Like,
get it.
if we were older, like
Yeah.
let's
Yeah,
say
if
we're
you
in
were
our like
older.
late 30s, I think I'd be
Yeah.
more open to it
Yeah.
than
Me
as we
too.
are right now.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
That's
no.
also
I don't think I could raise a kid as I am
Yeah.
right now.
Initially, I would swipe left, but also I kind of what your guy was saying over there, right? I feel like if they're older, like they're on their own, I'd be more inclined to swipe right. Or if they're really, really young, like infancy, right? I would be more likely to swipe right, because older they'll be able to have their own lives, right? If they are younger, you could be the dad to step up and step in. But if they are like between like the ages of like 5 and 11, you have that dependency already with their biological or
Exactly.
something.
Yeah,
And then
that's
that
hard.
could be that could get messy. Yeah.
I see. Good. The girls. He has kids.
Easy
baby mama.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but if I was older, I would be very open to it.
Yeah.
So if I was like very young, then obviously like I can barely take care of myself. Like that's like a huge responsibility. So if I was younger, probably not. Yeah.
Agree. All right. Next is 10 out of 10, but loves to talk about their exes.
Left.
Left.
Instantaneous
Yeah.
left.
They're not over
I
Then
don't
that.
wanna
they're not
hear about
over
this shit.
them.
Another one, 10 out of 10, but has an opposite gender best friend that is highly affectionate.
Ooh.
That was
Like
hard.
physically.
I mean, they just hang out more than you.
Left.
Left.
If it's more than us, left.
Yeah.
Mark,
Yeah, we're waiting for
Right.
you.
right?
More than you, Mark.
I'm thinking.
Who's the one she dating?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
my
thinking.
whole mentality.
I'm thinking right. I don't. Yeah, if she dated me.
If she cheats on me, she cheats on me. I slash her tires.
Damn.
Yo, no boundaries.
I know. I feel like there needs to be boundaries in there. That's why.
Like if they're affectionate and stuff, like nah, bro.
Yeah, more than you? That's
like
crazy.
they FaceTime all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, they like
More
cuddle
than
on the
you.
couch watching a movie.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's like,
No,
nah.
that's
Okay,
crazy.
that's a no.
That's
That's
a big no.
That's wild.
I have two more.
Okay.
So 10 out of 10, but only talks about sports or just an interest like anime too much.
Oh, like it's their whole persona.
It's their whole persona.
Left.
I feel like
That's a left.
That's a left also because
Then
I
you
feel
have
like,
no personality.
Exactly. Yeah, your
Mhm.
personality. It's like the politics girl. There's like no. There's
Yeah.
no distinction. If it's sports, if it's anime, if that's all you talk about,
Whatever it
like,
is.
bro.
Like
chill.
even if it's like cars for me, if you constantly talk about cars now.
Like yeah, it could be something I like too, but.
And the last question for this game is 10 out of 10, but they're unemployed.
Right.
For how long?
Yeah. Right.
Are they trying
if-
or are
Right.
they
If
just a bum?
they're, let's see if they're trying to get a job and if not trying to get a job. Would it
Oh.
differ?
Yes, intent
Yeah.
is a big part for me.
They're like
trying.
goals and aspirations if they have a drive.
If they're
like-
trying, yes. If they're not, no.
Yes.
Yeah, if they're just kind of like, oh, dust in the wind. Yeah, no. Left
Yeah.
For me.
But
Yeah.
if they ask for you to pay for the first date because they're unemployed,
But if they're trying,
I'm gonna be confrontational and be like, "Are you trying to get a job?"
That is very hard to think about.
yeah, because they're like, well, I'll pay you back in 2 weeks. I start my job.
oh no, if they're starting a job, then yeah. No, but that's it. I would still pay
Would,
for
would
the
it
first
be a
date.
turn off?
For me personally, no.
I think if they're trying to get a job, it's okay. But if they're like willy nilly about it, they don't care. But like, no.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like at least ask one of your friends for 50
yeah,
bucks.
like something.
Yeah, let me borrow some.
Yeah, you can pay them.
Yeah, you can pay them back.
Would you give us money if like one of us asked
Oh, true.
for a little bit of money to go on a date? Would you give? Would you give us money? Because
Yeah.
personally,
Not gonna lie.
I'd be like,
I
no,
personally
bro.
will.
I would.
I would. I got your
would.
backs,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I would be like, you planned a date and you got no money? Are you stupid?
No, but I know my gang got me in my lowest of lows, right? Am I right?
Nah, bro. Y'all
Shit.
drive you there.
That's crazy.
No, honestly, I probably would, especially for Cesar. I would even give him condoms and lube if he needs.
Yeah, I would do it for Cesar, but
I do it for
Right,
Cesar.
guys.
Tim asked me.
yeah, no, so, yeah, it's automatic no, bro.
I'll be like, Mark, which girl is this? Which girl among the
Yeah.
long list plethora?
Which
of
one is
girls?
worth it?
Hey man, I ain't got no roster.
Sure. Well, that's basically our game. Any
That was fun.
any closing remarks? Any dating advice from our lovely coupled people over to our left?
I'm not
Let's start
coupled.
with them. Not
I'm
you, bitch.
single.
Any
Any
dating
advice?
Yeah.
For people dating or people looking to
Like-
For
date?
people looking to date or dating.
So I think what Greg said actually plays really true. If like you don't want to be on the apps and you're having trouble finding people in real life, I think the best way I met people was through joining like volleyball open gyms. So doing something within your hobby, you will just surround yourself with people who are similar.
Just
already.
naturally
So-
find them.
That's the best way to meet someone organically.
And
if you're
it'll be
doing
organic,
something you like,
exactly.
they probably like the same thing too. So Yeah, join a book club that you're thinking of, or try
Put
out that
yourself out
sport.
there.
Play.
Yeah.
I heard the new in thing is pickleball. You have that like pickleball reservoir.
You
What
heard.
is that?
You heard.
My advice would be, I don't know, like more organically is to like when you're not looking, I think they will come. And focusing on yourself, and then you want to be the best person and the best partner, right? So the more you work on yourself, the right person is going to come along your way. So that's my advice.
Build your garden.
Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like if you're not fully content with yourself, like another person will never fulfill you. So I would say like learn to be happy on your own and content with like who you are as a person, because when you're with somebody, they're supposed to like you're supposed to add to their life. You're not just trying to fill a void from a person, because the person will never give you that. So I would say, yeah, just do your own thing. Don't look like you can look, but like don't be so like desperate. You know what I mean? Like, because desperation will just attract desperate
Agree.
people. So it's just gonna be trash
Agree.
attracting
You
trash.
find what you exude.
So you are not trash.
You are not trash.
Wait, I had it. What was it? I was like, yeah, I can speak from personal experience with this. Just be yourself. Like, don't try to change yourself for the other person, because that will not end well. Like,
That's
you know.
good advice.
Yeah, no, we're still good.
Well, for me, again, I guess I'll close the group. But again, I'll reiterate that everyone has their own market. Just because you think you're not the societal standard of beauty doesn't mean that there's no one there out there for you. I think everyone has someone out there for themselves. And, I think you're always going to be beautiful or handsome for someone else out there. And I think you really just have to find your own market. And once you find that, sell yourself fucking hard, bitch, because that's your fucking opportunity to find someone. And I just wanted to close this episode with that. And I want Diane I want to thank everyone for watching today. I want to thank Diane for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Alyzza. We love you, Alyzza. I hope you had fun today.
Yeah. All right. And if you like this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave some comments down below.
Yes.
Right? You can find us on
We love the
TikTok. You can find us
comments.
on
Let us know your
Instagram,
thoughts.
On your dating
on YouTube.
Spotify.
Right? You could probably find Mark on Hinge or something. If that's
You won't find
You
me.
won't find
Crazy.
You will never find me. Or the club.
or the club.
No, the club.
maybe.
Find
In the
him in the
bars.
club.
The
In the
bars,
bars.
maybe.
Jersey City.
K-Town.
Bar hopping.
Never again.
But yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead and slate us out, Diane.
Ciao,
All right.
Diane.
Catch y'all later.
And